Actually, the biggest problem in Kenya are not politicians. They are the religious leaders. I went to a meeting, and I will not give you the details. But as I was leaving, I was asked to pass by to pick mafuta ya gari. I told the gentleman, I work for the cathedral. They provide me with a car and a driver. He is actually here waiting for me. No, lazima upitie pale. Usain, nikamwambia no. If I do that, actually, I'll never then question that same government. It was actually the former government. And I looked very stubborn. And I know people find me stubborn. But it's because, why should I receive money? But you know what? These brown envelopes, people receive them at individual levels. One of my clergy at All Saints went for a funeral somewhere in Kirinyaga. And on her way back, she receives some M-Pesa. Then anauliza, where did that come from? No, that politician who came had given wachungaji ambao walikuwa kwa mazishi 100,000 to share. And you know why that money is given? So that he has a place in the funeral to address the mourners. Look, the clergy becomes brokers. I went somewhere in Embu one time, and I had that afternoon, clergy in the area, Anglican clergy, had mobilized people and taking them kwa mheshimiwa fulani. And then they were given millions that they needed to share. Unfortunately now in the sharing, akachukua nyingi kuliko wengine. So clergy are there in collars and they are fighting about handouts. So I want to agree with you. If Jesus came here, he will not chastise first the politician. He will actually chastise.
So it's not a new thing.
Leader. No, it isn't.
It's however, what we have seen religious leaders do from time immemorial.
However, that doesn't make it right. And that's why the prophets were there, to continuously tell the religious leaders as well as the political leadership. It's a power play. It's about influence and how people benefit economically.
Who starts this? Who starts this power play? Is it the politician who's trying to influence the clergy, or is it the clergy who's trying to influence the politician?
Actually, it's paradoxical.
It is paradoxical.
It is paradoxical. It can start from any. Remember, both have power and influence. So I can initiate it. And I have the language. I even know. And this pulpit belongs to me.
And you have the people.
Yes. Then you chota. But the politician also can introduce it and say, hey, mchungaji, for a long time, gari yako haijakuwa na tires. Nothing is given for free.
Hauna shamba ya kanisa.
I wish people would know that. So unfortunately, we are in a paradox.
Where shall Jesus come from to come and do what Mheshimiwa Sankok says? Depata watu wakiuza mboga na sukuma kwa kanisa. Piga makofi. Where shall we get this?
You know, Latif, I feel bad. Why should I just come? Well, I read something somebody said. Well, I've had many things people say about my sermon on Sunday. I'm a Rudy, and he has picked from where he left. That says what? That the church doesn't engage.
So, that nobody picked up.
So I asked myself, do I have a problem? In fact, some politicians will say, wenina kuna shida nyingi sana. Mimi sina shida yote. Me, I want to be faithful to Christ. I don't know whether you know, when I was leaving All Saints Cathedral, during my farewell, I asked the members, have I ever stolen anything from you?
Yeah.
If I have, come. I want to be faithful at an individual level. I want to be accountable. I wish I would see many, many of our clergy do such things. So actually, Christ is present. It's only that we don't want to give him room. That's why he's born in the manger. Now, to argue further, when you see now senior bishops and clergy getting appointment in political spaces, while it is good and people go there in the name of God, if you don't perform well, what is the view? by the people about religion. How do they view Christianity? They are like, watu wanajua kutuchezea sana.
Same. No
It's the same people. So actually I can imagine it's very frustrating now for people to believe, especially in pastors. When you now look, and sorry, I criticize even Christianity. I don't think I just attack politicians. When you see now some of our evangelical churches that take advantage of our people, impoverish them, and do funny things in the name of Christ, you ask, if I was the president, would I allow such a thing? No. Closing churches is part of the regulation by the government. But you know what? Back to the paradox. They're the beneficiaries of the same confusion. Look at what happened in Mombasa with Shakahola and all the others. So where is that matter now? Silent.
It's still somewhere going on.
No.
Digging up.
Sorry. Tell me in 10 years whether anything will have happened.